Inspired by the insights of Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman from his book Thinking Fast and Slow, we'll delve into 10 cognitive biases that significantly impact decision-making. You may believe that your decisions and thoughts are entirely under your control, but often they are influenced by subtle forces operating deep within your mind. Unveiling these cognitive traps and biases is crucial for fostering proactive awareness and enhancing decision-making. Confirmation bias is a pervasive cognitive bias, wherein individuals seek, interpret, and remember information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs while actively disregarding or forgetting information that contradicts those beliefs. Picture someone with a strong political stance consuming news sources that align with their views, selectively reinforcing their convictions and creating an echo chamber. Understanding confirmation bias is paramount in critical thinking and decision-making. In an era of personalized content and digital echo chambers, the tendency to surround oneself with like-minded perspectives is heightened. Recognizing this bias prompts individuals to actively seek out diverse opinions, challenge their own beliefs, and navigate beyond the reinforcing echo chambers. It's an ongoing effort to foster a more balanced and open-minded approach to information consumption. The paradox of choice explores the counterintuitive notion that an abundance of choices can lead to dissatisfaction and decision paralysis rather than increased happiness. In a famous supermarket experiment, shoppers were presented with either 24 or 6 types of jam. Although more shoppers were attracted to the larger selection, the group with fewer options ultimately made more purchases. The paradox lies in the overwhelming nature of choice when it exceeds a certain threshold. Understanding the paradox of choice is crucial in various aspects of life, from consumer behavior to personal decision-making. When faced with an abundance of options, individuals may experience decision fatigue and struggle to make optimal choices. This mind trap emphasizes the importance of setting constraints and recognizing that, beyond a certain point, more choices do not necessarily lead to better outcomes. By streamlining choices, individuals can enhance decision-making and overall satisfaction. The anchoring effect reveals our tendency to rely heavily on the first piece of information encountered when making decisions. Imagine estimating the population of Russia. Your initial anchor might be the population of China, setting the tone for subsequent judgments. This cognitive bias often leads us to make decisions based on irrelevant or arbitrary information. Understanding the anchoring effect is crucial, especially in negotiations, sales, and decision-making processes. Whether it's the pricing strategy of a car salesman or the initial asking price in a real estate deal, recognizing this mind trap empowers individuals to set their mental anchors deliberately. By proactively establishing reference points, we can mitigate the influence of irrelevant information and make more informed decisions. The halo effect is a cognitive bias, where our overall impression of a person or thing is influenced by one specific trait or piece of information. Imagine two individuals, Alan and Ben, possessing identical traits presented in different orders. Despite the similarity in characteristics, people often view Alan more favorably due to the order in which his attributes are presented. This mind trap emphasizes the importance of sequence in shaping our perceptions. Recognizing the halo effect is crucial in various aspects of life, from personal relationships to professional environments. Whether forming opinions about colleagues or evaluating potential hires, understanding the impact of the initial information received is essential. Overcoming this bias involves consciously evaluating individuals based on the entirety of their traits, rather than being swayed by the order in which information is presented. Cognitive dissonance, a psychological phenomenon coined by psychologist Leon Festinger, occurs when an individual experiences discomfort due to conflicting beliefs or attitudes. Picture a scenario where someone interviews for a coveted job but doesn't secure it. Instead of acknowledging the competitor's qualifications, the individual might rationalize the rejection by convincing themselves that the job wasn't desirable anyway, or that the interviewer was unfair. This mind trap manifests when confronted with two conflicting beliefs, and individuals opt for a third option, reinterpreting the situation to create a new belief that alleviates the discomfort. Cognitive dissonance can lead to stress, anxiety, and if left unaddressed, even depression. Recognizing this trap is crucial in decision-making, prompting the need to confront conflicting beliefs head-on rather than resorting to mental gymnastics that hinder rational thinking. The Baader Meinhof Phenomenon, also known as frequency illusion, occurs when individuals notice something for the first time and subsequently believe it is appearing more frequently than before. This cognitive bias is amplified by the recency effect and confirmation bias, creating a cycle where increased awareness reinforces the belief in the significance of these newfound occurrences. Understanding the Baader Meinhof phenomenon unveils the intricacies of pattern recognition in the human brain. It teaches us that our minds are selective in what they perceive, often ignoring patterns and stimuli that don't align with our current interest or awareness. Recognizing this phenomenon encourages individuals to question the true novelty of newfound information, promoting a more discerning approach to interpreting patterns in daily life. The Zeigarnik Effect is a psychological phenomenon wherein people tend to remember and dwell on incomplete or interrupted tasks more than completed ones. Originating from research by psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik, this mind trap suggests that incomplete tasks linger in our thoughts, causing stress and preoccupation. However, subsequent studies have shown that merely having a plan to complete a task can alleviate the Zeigarnik Effect. Understanding the Zeigarnik Effect offers practical insights into time management and task completion. Instead of succumbing to the anxiety of unfinished business, individuals can mitigate this effect by creating plans or lists that outline steps to address incomplete tasks. This simple act of organization not only alleviates stress, but also enhances overall productivity by providing a roadmap for completing tasks systematically. The contrast effect is a cognitive bias that distorts our perception of the value or characteristics of something based on the presence of surrounding stimuli. Imagine considering a $3,000 leather seat. If you're in the context of buying an $80,000 car, the seat upgrade seems reasonable. However, if you're shopping for a $1,000 suit, the same seat may appear exorbitant. Recognizing the contrast effect is vital when making judgments about value or attractiveness. Whether shopping for products, evaluating job offers, or considering various options, understanding how the presence of other stimuli influences our perceptions helps in making more objective decisions. By being aware of the impact of surrounding information, individuals can guard against making choices solely based on immediate comparisons. The spotlight effect refers to our tendency to overestimate how much others notice and judge our actions, assuming that we are constantly in the spotlight. Imagine arriving a few minutes late to work and feeling as though everyone is scrutinizing your tardiness. This bias stems from our innate self-centeredness, leading us to believe that others are as focused on our actions as we are. Understanding the spotlight effect is essential in navigating social situations with confidence. Realizing that people are generally less observant and judgmental than we perceive can alleviate unnecessary anxiety. This mind trap reminds us to question the accuracy of our assumptions about how others perceive us, fostering a more balanced and realistic perspective in various social contexts. The gambler's fallacy is a cognitive bias that arises when individuals believe that random events possess a sense of balance or compensation. Consider a scenario where a coin is flipped 3 times, landing on heads each time. Despite the equal probability of heads or tails in each toss, many people would bet on tails in the next toss, assuming a balancing force in the universe. Understanding the gambler's fallacy is crucial in decision-making involving probability and chance. Whether in gambling, legal judgments, or everyday choices, acknowledging that past events don't influence future outcomes is key. By avoiding the temptation to perceive patterns or balancing forces in random events, individuals can make more rational and informed decisions. The sunk cost fallacy is a captivating cognitive bias where individuals, rather than objectively evaluating current options, make decisions based on the investment they've already made, regardless of its irrelevance to the present circumstances. Imagine attending a movie that turns out to be disappointing, but staying till the end because you've already paid for the ticket. The fallacy lies in allowing past investments to influence decisions, even when those investments should be considered irrelevant. Understanding the sunk cost fallacy is pivotal in making rational decisions. Whether in business, relationships, or personal endeavors, recognizing that past investments should not dictate future choices is key. The fallacy often leads to persistent efforts in unproductive ventures simply because of the resources already invested. Breaking free from this trap involves assessing current options independently of past investments, ensuring that decisions are based on current merit rather than past commitments. Understanding and navigating cognitive traps empower us to make more informed and rational decisions. Think of it as upgrading our decision-making toolkit. Understanding cognitive dissonance, the spotlight effect, and the anchoring effect is like putting on a pair of cognitive glasses that help us see more clearly. Remember, this isn't a one-off endeavor. It's about integrating this newfound awareness into our daily lives. We're all on a continuous journey of self-discovery, uncovering and addressing the biases that impact our thinking. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Your curiosity and engagement mean a lot. And guess what? The exploration doesn't end here. The world of understanding our minds is vast, and there's always more to discuss, explore, and learn. Subscribe and don't miss out on valuable insights like these. Until our paths cross again, keep that inquisitive spirit alive, stay thoughtful, and may your decisions be guided by newfound clarity.